my regular. I'm talking antics for feeling. Antics for feeling. Ooh, we been down. Oh, antics my regular. I'm talking.
What's up, universe? You've tuned into the right frequency. It's your girl Sade, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video will be a studio vlog of Queen Nefertiti. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you know exactly when I post new videos. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for your continued support. All of my social medias and Instagram and all that will be in the description box down below. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Anyone who knows me personally knows that I have this slight obsession with studying history. And when studying history, I dive into all of it. So not the half-ass history lessons that they try and seduce you with in American school systems, but the true histories, the myths, the legends, the folklores, the stories from the elders and ancients past. History tells us about our past, present, and our future because there's nothing new under the sun. However, history often gets misconstrued, it gets covered up and shrouded in darkness, and then these secrets will pop up throughout history and we rediscover these remedies and these ancient secrets and stories that will help us. And so that is why I love history, because it will always aid us in our present and our future by understanding human history. Most prominent and simplest example I can think of is the Bible itself. The Bible is, in fact, history. I think that a lot of people kind of approach the Bible as just a story with no truth, of something that is more so fiction than truth, where they should be looking at it like a history book as well, because the Bible is history and it aids us in our present and will aid us in our future. History aids me, especially when it comes to my creative process and my art. Artists of the past fuel me with inspiration either through their stories, their paintings, their sculptures. It's crazy to me how art and creation can speak to each other through centuries of separation and still be able to connect. As artists, we grow from each other, we learn from each other and draw from each other, gaining inspiration and create even more. But the one thing that we don't do, which is kind of the universal artist law, is we don't steal from each other. Obviously, there are those who do steal work from others or remake work and try and pass it off as an original when it's just a fake. This stealing or plagiarism can greatly distort history. For example, Roman and Greek statues. We think of the ancient Romans and Greeks as all being pretty fair-skinned, if not just white people. And now it's coming to light that they were in fact pretty dark, and it was just that the paint has been taken off and naturally and manually from a great number of statues. What led and inspired me to do this piece specifically was recently a remodeling of Nefertiti's bust came out, and she was a white woman, which is incorrect because Nefertiti is Egyptian. She was black. She was African. So, and I honestly feel like whoever tries to pass that off as Nefertiti is wrong, because come on, really? Let's be real. So I did a watercolor rendering of Queen Nefertiti as her natural black self. I used my Ecoline watercolors and my Sakura Koi watercolor palette, as well as my gold liquid leaf for the detailing aspects, And in this video, I thought it would be kind of cool or interesting to share some information about Queen Nefertiti's past, since I've talked about history, its importance, its significance, and maybe you don't even know anything about Queen Nefertiti. Most people actually don't, unsurprising. And yeah, so I thought I would just share a few facts about her life. In the past, there was a lot of incest in royal families, so not just Egyptian royalty, but in Britain, in Asia, all over the world, and that was really just because they wanted to keep the royal lineage or blood pure. So it's theorized that Nefertiti and her husband, the pharaoh Akhenaten, shared one of the same parents, either Ta or Amenhotep III. Another theory is that she was the daughter of Ai, who was an advisor to the pharaoh Tutankhamun in 1323 BC. She and Pharaoh Akhenaten reigned from 1353 to 1336 BC. Not to be confused with Pharaoh Tutankhamun, who Nefertiti is commonly associated with being his biological mother or his stepmother. The reason why a lot of people don't think that Nefertiti was Tutankhamun's biological mother is because he was riddled with defects that correlate with being the product of incest, and his mother is believed to be his father's sister, and Akhenaten is his wife, who is one of Nefertiti's 6 daughters. His father, the pharaoh, also began to take other wives, including his own sister. But Nefertiti was his great royal wife, or his favored consort, so she was the only one who was recognized as a queen. During their reign, Pharaoh Akhenaten displaced the god Amun for Aten, who is the sun god, also not to be confused with the god Ra. But they do share relation. It's just way too nitpicky to get into in this video. Her full name is Neferneferuatan Nefertiti, which means the beautiful one has come, or beautiful are the beauties of Aten. Nefertiti was quite a mysterious woman because her depiction in hieroglyphics changes throughout history. Earlier images show her pretty much as just a normal everyday girl, and later on she's kind of depicted as being identical or a mirror image of the pharaoh Akhenaten, her husband, which tells us that she had equal status and power to the pharaoh, according to ancient Egyptian culture. The frequency of her depictions is also quite rare for Egyptian queens. She's just shown alongside her husband quite often. There are tons of hieroglyphics of her in chariot battles, steering them, leading wars, leading worship to Aten, all of which are not unheard of, but again, just uncommon when it comes to the Egyptian queen. Pharaoh Akhenaten reigned for 17 years, but Nefertiti mysteriously disappears from historical records during the 12th year of his reign. Historians theorize that she could have passed at this point, but a more popular belief is that she either became the co-regent under the name Neferneferuatan, or she may have been her husband's successor and ruled under the name Shmehekar, which is the pharaoh that succeeded Akhenaten, which is similar to what the female pharaoh Hatshepsut did in the 15th century BC. Neferneferuatan was renowned for her beauty, and interestingly enough, a CT scan was done in 2009 on the sculptor Thutmose's bust of Nefertiti, revealing a realistic limestone carving underneath, showing wrinkles in her cheeks and a bump on her nose, which tells me that she aged beautifully and gracefully, just like a queen. My apologies, you guys. I do not have any footage of me finishing this piece, but I do have pictures of the final results, so I will provide those. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, listening. I hope you got some interesting facts about Queen Neferneferuatan Nefertiti. And yeah, hope you loved this video. Let me know what you thought about this. It was a little bit different from my normal studio vlogs. And yeah, hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Have an amazing week, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!